And we're live. Hello,
Yeah.
and welcome back to the Proverbial Masterminds. I'm Dr. Sherry, and this is my friend Erin Harrigan, and we are here on what is a snowy day on the East Coast of the United States, ready to dive into the book of Proverbs. Two books, actually, 29 and 30.
That's right. That's right. So thanks for tuning in. If you're watching after the live, please comment. We want to hear what you think. We are, let me get to I got to find my bookmark. Here we are.
Here we are.
Okay. So this is episode 112, by the way, friends. What the heck? But we're closing in because we're starting to step into chapter 30 today. So Sherry, do you want to start with the reading?
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to read from the New Living Translation, and I'm going to read Proverbs 29, 24 through 33. 30:3.
30.
All right. If you assist a thief, you only hurt yourself. You are sworn to tell the truth, but you dare not testify. Fearing people is a dangerous trap, but trusting the Lord means safety. Many seek the ruler's favor, but justice comes from the Lord. The righteous despise the unjust. The wicked despise the godly. The sayings of Agur, son of Jakeh, contains this message. I am weary, O God. I am weary and worn out, O God. I am too stupid to be human, and I lack common sense. It's just like what I say to myself. I have not mastered human wisdom, nor do I know the Holy One.
See, before I knew Jesus, I used to think, oh, the Bible's just a historical text. Like, what context does it have in today's world? And yet you just said, like, this is what I say to myself.
It's totally what I'm weary and worn out, God. I'm too stupid sometimes for my own good.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I'll go ahead and start. Here's what I love. As I was reading this, 24, 25, and 26 went hand in hand for me, because to me, this is about trusting a human, trusting a human to lead you in right or wrong, trusting a human to rule, fearing a human, right? So if you're trusting someone and partnering them in thievery or evil or whatever, like, yes, you're going to get snared. No matter what they've promised you, the outcome will be. It's only in trusting in the Lord that we're ultimately safe. And sometimes that safety doesn't look the way we think. Like, sometimes we think we're safe in the Lord. But Lord, I want to do this. I only want to operate right here in this little box of my comfort zone. And Lord's like, no. Like, I've given you gifts and talents and a calling and skill, and I've positioned you and prepared you. And sometimes that just doesn't feel safe to us. But I digress.
I would say most of the time it doesn't feel safe.
Yeah.
When I look at this, if you assist a thief, you're sworn to tell the truth, but you dare not testify. Like, you're going to be put in a position where you're either going to lie, and if you're anything like me, like, I can't lie.
Right.
I've certainly tried in the past. I'm just not good at it. Like, I give myself away, right? Like, I've got all kinds of tells, and I'm just not a good deceitful person. I'm not good at being deceitful. I'm not cunning, I guess I should say. I'm just too obvious, right? Like, so, but here's the point. When I looked at this, I thought of attorneys. Like, if you know that the person's a thief and you help them, which they're due a thing according to due process, right? According to our laws, but you're not going to talk about it. You're not going to testify, because you're going to have to tell the truth if you testify.
Yeah. Yes, and yes.
So verse 25, fearing people is a dangerous trap, but trusting the Lord means safety. This is so applicable for us. There's this thing about caring what other people think. And the truth is that we do care, so when people say you shouldn't care what other people think, the truth is you do care what other people think. The difference is if you let your care, your fear of what other people think, alter what God has called you to do. That's the difference, right?
Yes.
Like you can care, you're in the flesh, right? It hurts when we're rejected. It hurts when we're made fun of. It hurts when we're ridiculed. It hurts, right? We do care.
Yeah.
But what this is saying here, trusting in the Lord means safety, even though it doesn't feel good to be ridiculed. It doesn't feel good to be ostracized. It doesn't feel good to be blacklisted or targeted or, gossiped about behind your back.
Mm-mm.
And it feels unsafe there, to your point. This is the safe place.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I had a situation. So I was at a working retreat this week for a few days. And I shared a room with someone on Wednesday night. And she said that she was a light sleeper. And I was like, okay. Like I don't snore, but I know that like I breathe heavily. So hopefully that won't bother you. She's like, no. I have my sound machine. Awesome. So last night, as we're all going to bed, she's like, listen, I'm not going to be able to sleep in the room with Erin because she makes little noises and they're so super cute. So if anybody wants to sleep there, that's fine. And I was like, really? Okay. All right. So someone else shared the room with me, but you know what happened? I couldn't sleep all night. I could not sleep for fear of what noises I might make. And every time I turn, I would put a pillow, like not over my head, but like, so that if I made any noises, like maybe it would be covered up by the pillow.
Right.
So as you're saying that, I'm like, and unbeknownst to me, God love her, apparently Thursday morning when she got up, before I woke up, she told everybody this about me. And so I was like, that doesn't feel very good.
No, that doesn't feel good.
So it was just one of those moments, so as you were saying this, and I'm like, yeah, I've been in that moment recently.
Yeah.
But apparently I didn't make those noises last night. So there you go.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
All right. So many seek the ruler's favor, but justice for man comes from the Lord. Yes. Ultimate
Again,
justice.
the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Seeking man's favor versus ultimately the Lord is the decider.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I have a comma there. No, I don't. It's a period. Never mind. I thought it was a comma between 26 and 27, but it is not.
No.
So I feel like this continues. An unjust man is an abomination to the righteous. And he who is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. Yes, of course, right? Because one looks at the other as the abomination. And if we're in 25, fearing that someone thinks that, then we're snared up, man. We can't get any sleep because we're afraid we're gonna make some noise.
We're afraid we're gonna make noise, albeit cute noises.
Yeah.
Noises nonetheless.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't, that's pretty straightforward. So this next chapter we had mentioned last time is not by Solomon. And I was actually, the last two chapters of Proverbs actually are not by Solomon, which is interesting. But when I was researching, I was like, I Googled, who is Agur? And there's a lot of different kind of translations breaking down of his name, but some that I found interesting was he who understood the signs, or he who understood the alphabet of God, the creative letters of God. So I thought that was interesting because, so if his name means that, he who understands the secrets, the letters of God, what does he start out with? He said, I'm too stupid to know anything, right? But there's wisdom there, because it is the one who knows the signs. It is the one who, is full of wisdom that believes he or she has no wisdom.
Yes.
Right?
And would you say that's humility?
Yeah. Well, it's an absolute recognition of the position of authority and submission, right?
Yes. Yep.
Like I got nothing, right? Like so I don't really say it in this way. I'm too stupid to be human and I lack common sense, but I'm like, Lord, I got nothing.
Right. I love that though.
So what you got?
I got
for
nothing.
Me? And
so many layers to not having to I got nothing, right? Like I got nothing because there's nothing in the world that could fill this. Only you can fill this.
Yep.
Right. I got nothing because I'm not going to rely on my own understanding. Let's take it back to Proverbs 3, right? Yeah. Yeah. And I neither learned wisdom nor have knowledge of the Holy One.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I do wonder though that, I mean, obviously he had knowledge. I think it was the acknowledgement of like, I'll never have full knowledge. Like I'll never be an expert in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I think it's that we've talked about it before, the poverty of spirit, when you recognize that you are impoverished and that without the Lord's wisdom, you're nothing.
That's right.
I mean, we're not, right? Our wisdom, our understanding, our righteousness, all of it is garbage.
Yeah.
Compared to the Lord. So it's this recognition, this poverty of spirit that says, I get it, Lord. I'm humbling myself before you. You are sovereign. You are the one over me. I submit to your authority. I recognize your authority and I submit to it.
Yeah. Before I've read parts of Proverbs before, obviously. I think that in some ways, so many of us sort of cherry pick those favorite places. But I'm excited for us to dig into 30 some more over the next couple of weeks, because I think it's going to be very rich in what Agur is saying, even though like he professes in humility to not have all the answers.
Yeah. And so logistically, they said one of the things that I found said that he was probably a contemporary of Solomon, but maybe he was from King Lemuel's kingdom, and King Lemuel is the one who penned chapter 31.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just interesting that these two. So it will be interesting to compare 30. And contrast that to all of the wisdom leading up until now, all of Solomon's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Well, God's wisdom through Solomon.
Yeah. It's going to be good. Stick with us, friends. We have just a few weeks left. We're going to dig into 30 verses 4 through 9 next week. So make sure you join us Fridays, 2:00. We'd love to see you.
4 through 10. 4 through 10.
4 through 10. Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? I marked it and then I marked it wrong.
Yeah.
4 through 10 next week.
Yes.
We'll see you 2:00 next Friday. Join us.
Bye, friends.